Welcome to How Many Camels Am I Worth? Video article. In this video, we are explaining many information and funny facts on replying to the question, how many camels am I worth? It provides also great tips to understand how the assessment is conducted over the world, and which are the relevant aspects about camels evaluation. So it happened, suddenly, in your life, while not expecting it. You were looking yourself in the mirror, and you wondered, hey, guys, wait a minute. How many camels am I worth? It could have happened that, while kissing, your beloved stopped, looked into your eyes, and asked you, hey, honey, how many camels are you worth? Surely you would not appreciate a situation where you do not know a proper answer. What would happen if you answer, well, I don't know. I guess I'm worth about 2 camels. Then, you find out that your real worth is 25. How would you feel? Your love will not be happy, and it is better to avoid this kind of situation. We all know this. Anyway, don't worry. You are in the right place. Soon, you will estimate, through our superlative test, your camel value, and that kind of situation will be avoided forever. You can calculate your score worth by going through the quiz test, How Many Camels Am I Worth? Designed to calculate the camel worth. Topic number 1. What is the meaning of the quiz How Many Camels Am I Worth? There are some communities, like Morocco, Pakistan, or Egypt, where traditions and cultures survive the time passing by and fascinate our vision. All these countries have, as common element, the camels. This animal represents, to them, a worthful ally, since it is used for transportation of people and goods. In agriculture, it is deployed in place of tractors. It is consumed as food, since its milk is valuable. It is used as energy source, as their poop can be used like emergency fuel in the desert campfires. You have to know that many communities consider the value of properties, animals, lands, money, gold, etc. when determining the wealth of a person. This usually happens when a man is going to get married. The man has to show to her family his wealth in terms of the above assets, according also to their community's norms. Depending on the geographic area, this question is also known as the how many goats am I worth? Or the how many horses am I worth? As we have explained earlier, the type of wealth that takes into account depends on the norms and beliefs of a particular community. In general, this is also known as the bride price. The dowry is, instead, about the girl or her family that has to show her economic wealth to the family of the man she is going to marry. When it comes to the dowry, it is paid by the woman or her family at the time of engagement or marriage. Further, in some communities and situations, both the dowry and bride price are exchanged at the same time. It comes naturally to understand that evaluating your camel value has the meaning of better assessing your dowry or bride price. Moreover, it satiates your thirst for knowledge about this never-aged question. Topic number 2. How much is a camel worth? History. of camel's worth tradition. I bet that you will never figure out how much worthy a camel could be. According to WikiHow, it costs around $2,000 to care for a camel annually. This includes all the expenses to feed the animal, organize its accommodation, and take care of all the other aspects. The acquiring prices vary, depending on the region and the camel breed. In the United States, you can expect to spend around $10,000 for a mature gelding, and up to $20,000 for a pregnant female. In Egypt, smaller camels cost 15,000 Egyptian pounds, $500, but bigger beasts can sell for 50,000 Egyptian pounds, $1,650. In Turkey, it is possible to spend even $100,000 for competition camels. In Africa, the cost should be around 60,000 Kenyan shillings, $470. In Pakistan, the price swings from 300,000 rupees, $1,075, to 400,000 rupees, $1,435. In general, if you want to buy a male camel, you are supposed to spend around 40,000 pounds, corresponding to $55,000. With this worldwide data, the camel average price is $28,000. However, in some countries like Africa or Egypt, you can purchase a camel at the lowest price of $470, while in other countries like Turkey the price can be $100,000 and more. If we like to include the annual care expenses in the computation, the camel average worth, at the end of the buying year, will be $2,000 plus $28,000, meaning $30,000 worth value. As we have mentioned, the boy or his family has, first, to pay the bride price, to get the permission from the girl's family to marry the girl. Both the bride price and the dowry can be evaluated in terms of number of camels. This is a common tradition in tribes from Egypt, Turkey, Africa, and Pakistan. The permission from the girl's family is a mandatory requirement. The marriage will not be considered by the community a valid marriage without family's approval. The bride price value may include gold, money, animals, castles, camels, lands, properties, and so on. So when it comes to the dowry, it is the same as the bride price in terms of assessment. However, last one is paid to the bride's family. Topic number 3. How many goats is a camel worth? How many camels is a goat worth? This is a funny camel question which requires us to know the goat average worth. We have already calculated the goat value in the article, How Many Goat Am I Worth? If you want, give it a read. The goat worth that we have evaluated is $680, while the camel one is $30,000. These values should not surprise you as we have done the calculations together. With those numbers, it is easy to compute that a single camel worths about 44 goats. This means that the average camel value is 44 times higher than goat 1. Instead, on the other side, a single goat worths about 0.023 camels. Meaning that the average goat value is 0.02 times higher than goat 1. In other words, it is true to say 44 goats equals 1 camel or 1 goat equals 0.023 camel. Now that I managed to confuse your mind and you know how many goats is a camel worth, and how many camels is a goat worth, you can go on and calculate your camel value. Topic number 4. Let's calculate your camel's worth value. Thanks to our incredible and superior brain cells connection and assumed our extraordinary knowledge on the topic, and having consulted more than 1,000 camels experts worldwide, which gave us their lifetime experience, and considered our everywhere known ability of saying huge bullshits, we have designed a series of questionnaire based on several factors to calculate your camel value. The test has the meaning of drafting a personal profile in terms of physical, economical, and educational level. In order to achieve the objective, the quiz asks the user to give an answer to 10 questions about the fields above described. By following the quiz, you can get an idea about how many camels your dowry or bride price would be worth in terms of number of camels. After the user replies, we collect the results and organize them to be shown in a form of 0 to 5 order, where 5 is the highest level. The personal camel worth score can be evaluated as the following: the camel price times the estimated number of camels, where the estimated number of camels can be determined by any kind of scoring system that you prefer to adopt. In our test, we have given to each question a different scoring result depending on the answer, and the highest score on our camel value calculator is determined by the highest score range. The test has been adapted from the quiz, How Many Goats Am I Worth?, considering the local cultural differences. We have prepared carefully 10 questions, 4 about the physical field, 4 are regarding the economical field, and 2 are on the educational field. You can go through this question series irrespective of whether your gender. In other words, it does not matter whether you are a girl or boy, you can go ahead and calculate your camel value. If you are a boy, you can calculate the camel value of your bride price, and if you are a girl, you can calculate the camel value of your dowry. This is an estimated value of a boy or girl before their marriage. Let's see a real example as how those communities use this camel wealth. When a boy finds a girl that he likes, he starts an affair with her, and he usually informs the family about that woman. Family says, "So you would like to get married, and you found a girl you like. How many camels is she worth? She will create a new family with you, and bring her dowry." Boy replies, "I'm not sure, maybe 10 camels and a castle. I would pay any price for her." Family answers, "We have to consider the importance of our descendants' continuation. We will give no way less than 15 camels and 2 castles as bride price." Boy concludes, "Okay. I agree with that. Now you know her value." This imaginary example expresses the feelings and the reasoning behind the estimation process. Now go ahead with our quiz, How Many Camels Am I Worth? And calculate now your camel value. How many camels am I worth? By RandomAnimalPicks.